Okay, well, I'm leaving Universal Studios in Universal City. I parked in the Frankenstein parking lot. Had an audition actually inside of Universal Studios, or it was Universal City. It was at the Jon Lovitz Comedy Club. A friend of mine hooked that up. So it's kind of strange going into Universal Studios. Just to audition for a part, well, actually a couple parts, but I'm still in the park. I'm just leaving it right now. um, yeah, it's embarrassing to say, but even though I've lived here for 5-6 years, I still haven't been to Universal Studios, so I didn't know my way around at all. Luckily I left early. So the audition went very well. I was auditioning for two parts. One was for a deaf guy, so I did stuff like this. Or whatever. And the other one was just for some weird fellow. But yeah, it went really well. It was super quick. The audition was at 2 o'clock. I walked out of there at 2:11. So I guess that could be a really bad thing. Maybe they're like, yeah, please leave. But I don't think so. I think it just went well, and I was happy, and they were happy, and we'll see how it goes. Jon Lovitz Comedy Club, maybe it's a fun thing. Meet some funny people, do some funny things. Don't know if I really learned anything for this audition. I will say that it does always pay to prepare, because I did have about an hour to look over the scripts. There was 3 pages of sides, and to memorize it and practice it. And the role of the deaf guy obviously didn't have any sides because there's nothing to read for. Nothing to read there, but I still practiced it. I practiced acting it out, because then you kind of iron out all the kinks. Even if you think you know what you're going to do, unless you're actually physically sitting in your room or sitting in your car actually doing it, you never know for sure what's going to come out. Some things you got to iron out those kinks. Sometimes you do something that you think is going to be perfect, and you're like, oh shoot, that's not what I thought it was going to look like, or that's not what I wanted. So you'd rather have that oh shoot moment in your room rather than during the audition. So if you can, always act it out, practice it, even if you're sitting in your car doing it. Who cares if people are looking at you? You'll never see them again. I would say that's my big advice for the day. Act it out, practice it, go over it, not just in your head. Go over it. Do the motions, do the things. You don't have to do it in front of the mirror. I don't do the mirror thing. But definitely do it so that your body knows the do's and don'ts of that role, and of the pitfalls of what might happen. So I think I should know within the week if I got it. Wish me luck. Good luck out there, team. Good luck. I got to get out of here. All right, I've got a little update for you here. I'm just now leaving the San Fernando Valley, going over the Hollywood Hills into Santa Monica. I'm going to go to the Santa Monica Pier because I got the acting gig for a deaf guy, as in the role is I'm playing a deaf guy. And so the director wants me, instead of just improvising being a deaf guy, they want me, and with the sign language I was doing, they want me to actually learn some sign language, because they liked what I was doing, but it actually needs to be accurate sign language, otherwise it's just gonna be gibberish. So this is another thing you have to do when you get an acting gig. You don't even think about it, but you hear the actors talking all the time about, oh, I got this job, I was in The Matrix, or I was in this movie with Jet Li or whatever. We had to train for 2 months with martial arts, or I had to do sword fencing stuff, or whatever. What do they do? Sword training for 8 weeks just to be able to do these 2 scenes. Well, for this one scene where I'm going to be doing this thing, I'm going to go now, drive all the way down to Santa Monica to learn a few lines real quick, in ASL, American Sign Language. Now the funny thing about it is, this woman that's teaching me the sign language, I'm going to the Santa Monica Pier. I'm going to meet her at the Santa Monica Pier because she's actually training on the trapeze. I guess she's a trapeze artist or a trapeze teacher. I don't know what she is, but it's just so funny. It's like, only in LA, everybody's doing something weird and everybody's doing something different or something cool. And most people are doing like a combination of things, like 5 things, like, oh yeah, you need to do this one quick scene. Okay, well you need to learn sign language. Okay, how do I do that? Well, you got to drive all the way down to the Santa Monica Pier and meet this trapeze artist who's going to take a break from her trapeze training to teach you how to say a few sentences in American Sign Language. Huh? Isn't that weird? It seems like a movie. It seems like, what was that movie, The Big Lebowski, where he kept going from place to place to meet up with this person or that person, do these weird things. So anyway, it's just another thing that you have to take into account when you're acting, that the audition is sometimes not the whole thing for getting the role. Sometimes you don't just audition and then work. You audition and then you have to do something extra. You have to train, or you got to get a haircut, or you got to bulk up, or you got to slim down, or you got to learn French or something like that, you know. Anyway, so that's about it. I'm in the beautiful Hollywood Hills. I wish you could see it because it's really nice. I'm going over through Sepulveda. Sepulveda's awesome, so I avoid all the traffic. And then hopefully I'll be back in time to watch an awesome movie because it's a Friday night. And I don't feel like spending my Friday night just sitting in traffic all day. So, wish me luck. At least the lady's nice enough to teach me things just as a favor to the director. I guess she's friends with the director, so that's really nice of her, and I do appreciate it. And I think that's really cool of her to do that. And I hope the director also thinks that she's cool to do that, and I think the director should also think that I'm cool to drive all the way over to do it too. We're all just a bunch of cool people. Nice, friendly, and fun. Now I gotta get out of this dangerous turn before I can look at you guys and end the clip. And the dangerous turn is just about over as I shimmy my finger towards the stop button. Goodbye. Good luck. Be strong. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. The answer is always yes. Yes, I can do sign language. That's how I got this job. I just pretended to do sign language. They said they liked the way my face was acting. They liked my energy. They liked what I was doing. And so I got the job. And now all I have to do is actually learn how to do sign language. Good luck out there.